Last time on True Magnum TV.
I was worried that the airport screwed up the scope, but now we are perfecto.
Absolutely.
First tur that we've spotted here on the trip.
Real sport.
Yeah, that's what I love to do. That sounds like a fun day to me. Can't beat it. A day above tree line with nothing to do but glass.
Collectively, all of our hunting that we know will be done in not very many years if we don't really concentrate on the conservation end and helping these people in the indigenous places.
Located in the Himalayas, Nepal is home to 8 of the world's tallest and most treacherous mountains, including the highest peak on the planet, Mount Everest, at 29,029 feet. Flying through 12 time zones, Bo Morgan is beginning a 5-week-long trip. But first, he must survey a new hunting block before his clients arrive in 2 weeks.
I'm going into a new area. That's part of what I do, check it out first, and know the terrain and know what animals are there, quality and densities. So I can line up clients to come in there, tell them what to expect.
On this trip, Bo is going after 2 well-known Himalayan species, the blue sheep and the Himalayan Tahr. But getting to the hunting grounds is anything but easy.
2 days driving will get you slowly acclimated to elevation up to 9,500, 9,800 feet. So I think it's a better plan to acclimate a little slower. You have to burn some time, but the things you see along the way, the guys in the helicopter never see. All the little shops, huh? Yeah. The woodworking guy, and restaurants.
Just a little over a year ago, Nepal was hit by a massive earthquake that killed over 8,000 people and devastated communities.
One of the guys from the last time I was here is no longer with us. He was in the earthquake and his house collapsed on him. He was a cousin of one of the guys. Last time I was here, you know, giving the guy hugs and high fives when we were doing something and seeing him, to no longer here. It's a pretty devastating piece that happened to these people. It's mostly on the eastern part of the country, and that's where the porters come from. So many of them don't have homes. Siri, the head interpreter, has no home. His collapsed. He wasn't in it, but this year he's going to try to rebuild it, and it's just heartbreaking, that part of it. How are you? How are you? Good, good, huh?
Yeah.
Good.
It's a bit.
After traveling over 12 hours, Bo and his team trade vehicles for one more suitable for the unpolished terrain.
Oh, get out of this bumpy one, get in a new bumpy one. Now that's a truck. That's our man there. Huh? Gonna be a little rougher riding. And then it's 2.5 days driving, and the roads keep getting, you know, 1-lane highway each way, where they're beep, 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 going around, to bumpy roads, to just 2 tracks up the side of a mountain that wasn't here a couple of years ago. It's a Jeep with suburban genetic. It's an amazing place to step back in time and experience all that in your track, not just showing up to hunt. So that's a huge piece to us.
In Russia, after spotting a herd of Kuban Tur in the Caucasus Mountains, James Bryan and his team move higher to get a better look at the males.
We've been on the trail of this band all morning, and you know, they're moving up higher a lot faster than we'd like, but if we want to get one, we got to keep up.
During the summer, Tur can travel over 7 miles in an hour, either descending into the forest or moving to higher elevations to escape the heat.
He peeked over just now. Does he see some Tur that we want to get a better look at?
He said 6 miles here, from 10 years and up.
10 and up.
Yes, maybe 10, 11.
10, 11 years old. That's terrific. We've got a band of males here.
On the left side, another walking feeding to the right, and on the green side, I see around four sheep.
In the green is yes. Ones.
Yes.
Where is she looking? Okay, in the rocks, I see him, Gotcha. Okay.
Did you measure distance? Wow, very big. 12 years old.
These are some beautiful tur down below, almost too good to be true. And one of them is just exactly what we've come for.
He's behind the rock for me. He's behind that little white rock for me. I'm gonna have to move up a bit.
On only the second day of hunting, James is in shot range of a trophy tur.
Can you see three of them? Can you see three of them?
Yeah, I got him all now.
He's in the middle right now.
Got him, okay.
In Russia, on day 2 of tur hunting, James Bryan and his team are high in the Caucasus Mountains with their sights zeroed in.
Up. Your shot was
I was
up.
low, I
Up.
was high.
Your shot was up higher.
Got him? He just stopped.
I saw 50 at the bottom.
Wait a second.
Oh, come on. Stop.
Shoot.
I don't know which one now. Damn it, I got sun in my eyes so bad I can't see.
Clean miss. I'm not gonna risk wounding him now.
Tur hunts are far from a guarantee. Back in the day, they were only like 15% success. And through conservation efforts from my friend Yuri at Stalker Group and others, today they're more like 80–90%. But that said, at this moment, I can't help but feel I just blew my chance.
Our tur going off that way. There were more going up over the hill over there. There were a lot of them in this valley, but now they know we're here. In 5 minutes, they can cover country that'll take us hours to follow. Wow. This is a very big regroup. In 10 years of doing this, I can't remember a mountain animal that ever got away from me when it was time to shoot. I think that's a first.
In Cameroon, to help evaluate a new hunting area, Rob Dunham is preparing to start his exploratory jungle safari by getting the rundown of the lay of the land.
This area, Patrick is saying that right now, if we had a map, we have only seen
Not even 10%.
not even 10% of it.
The situation, it is located in the national park on top.
National Park.
Yeah, and,
Okay.
and then a big river on the bottom. So which is, I mean, it's enormous. The amount of things that must be done here still, you know. It is not realistic to
Yes.
go that place.
No village. No.
There is no population, there is no people, which
You have to carry
ensure,
everything that you
that's
want.
what I'm saying, ensure that you will get virgin area.
It sounds like to me that this area is even more remote than I had thought originally.
First of all, they were never hunted. So you can get really big bongos, big suitatungas, elephant, everything.
I feel privileged to be here, and I'm excited to see the jungle and get at it, and with any luck, we get a bongo.
Yes, let's go for it.
The remoteness of this area leads to a lot of things, but the biggest thing is trophy hunting. You can be more selective, you're lucky, you're taking the older, non-breeding animals, that's great conservation. But to go into an area, all of these species have giant trophies, and that is the ultimate goal, is to take the oldest and the best trophy out of the equation, animals that don't breed anymore. So this is a paradise for that. Going off radar here a little, and we're gonna hunt some Duikers before it gets dark. And they're gonna call them for us. So this is how they do it. So when in the jungle, we'll do it.
The Duiker, mostly found in heavily wooded areas. There are 22 different species of this small African native. Very shy and elusive, the Duiker are commonly hunted for their fur and meat. With conservation efforts, this program hopes to stop the overexploitation of this species from poachers in the area. In Nepal, after 2.5 days of driving, Bo Morgan arrives at the hunting reserve high in the Himalayan mountains.
Oh, it feels good. A little brisker than I was expecting. The main camp here is where you have to sign in. Every visitor has to come and sign in. They know you're coming a month ahead of time. You're on a list, and you sign out too. So it's a pretty big deal, keeping track of who's in here. They don't want any poaching or unauthorized people running around in here. So about 3 more days walking till we get to where we can hunt. Good.
Bo's assigned hunting area is in a valley 23 miles away with 16,000 feet elevation gain and loss. The only way to get there is on foot, so everything the party needs for the duration needs to be carried.
Out of the gate, here we go, door potting. We think we're all cocky and feeling good at 9,800 feet. And the block that I have to hunt, we have to trek up and over a pass. It's instantly 4,000 feet elevation gain and drop and 10 miles. And welcome to the bigs. Beginning of the fun part.
Going up and down in elevation is hard on the body, but when it's part of your daily routine, it becomes second nature.
So then the porters, it's so hard for you just go, man, I feel bad. These guys are killing themselves, and it takes a while to get used to, but they just, oh, this is my job, I carry this stuff.
The Dorpaton Hunting Reserve was formed to combat rural poverty, in which they employ local men as porters to move gear for the hunting parties. Due to the economic structure of the hunts, clients are not permitted to carry their own equipment.
Elevation pole. Doesn't look like we're so high, but pretty taxing every step. And everybody's getting slower, even the local guys, getting slower and slower towards the top. The last 500 yards to the top is really arduous. You're just, every step feels like you're lead feet, and it's really taxing on you. You know, your body's changing. You can feel, oh man, this is not right. And then drop the other side, almost all of it. You think, wow, we climbed all this just to lose it again? Dog tired, cramps, sore, but you know, that's the starting process of getting acclimated.
With the first day of hiking in the books, Bo and his team are ready to call it a night.
First you're like, wow, what did we get ourselves into? But step by step, just keep in the game, and those fears go away.
In Russia, James Bryan's hunt is being put to the test. Not only did he miss the shot on his first mountain animal in 10 years, but Mother Nature is also making sure the hunt ends for the day.
Okay, I'm starting to worry that I'm going to get struck by lightning now that I missed. We're going to head down off this 10,500 foot mountain, right back down to the horses. If this stays up, keeps up, we'll head back to camp. But just like everywhere we hunt, the weather changes fast. Rain, hail, and lightning.
The weather turns from bad to worse as sleet and hail start to strike the team.
We were pummeled by hail coming down with no cover. We just had to gut it out and come down through it. You didn't get to see the worst of it, I'm sure, because it was starting to sting us, sting the horses. They were spooking, so we had to get off and walk them. I think they made a good call to get out when that storm rolled in. Nothing we can do now but just dry everything out, wait for this to pass, and try it again. Probably be a long day in the tent.
True Magnum TV is brought to you by TrueMagnum.com.
In Cameroon, Rob Dunham and his Pygmy tracker are deep within the dense jungle, hunting for any of the 6 species of duiker found in the area.
The real skill in killing a duiker in Cameroon is not in the hunter's hands, it is in the Pygmy guides.
The local Pygmy guide uses a distress call to lure duikers into the area.
Skill involved in shooting a duiker, in this case, is no. I'm using a shotgun, you gotta be quiet. It's all in the calling. These Pygmy guys are calling these things in.
The hardest part of duiker hunting is staying alert and being ready for any sudden movement.
Jonas was calling, wah, 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 calling, and there's a flash, just boom, and it was there, and then it moved again, just moved its rear foot. I put the shotgun on it and let her go. I think I hit this one. It was another one of the small rabbit, like the pygmy antelope. So Jonas just waved me over. We got blood in the bushes, many blood, lots of good. It's a good hit for sure. But I don't know how tough these little gaffers are, but I think we have to call the chien, the dogs. I think so. Yeah, let's get on him, because we'll never get this guy. We could lose him. I don't want to lose it. Whether you're in the jungle in Cameroon or hunting a white-tailed deer in Canada, when animals are wounded, they like to get away, obviously, and get into the thickest cover they can, usually downhill. They don't like to go uphill. And that's what this duiker's doing right now. He's heading into the thickest stuff. We can't even walk in it. So they brought the dogs in, and they just brought them in now. So we're going to see if they can do their job and we can recover this thing.
15 minutes of searching, and the dogs have yet to find the duiker.
I'm getting a little worried. There's nothing worse than maybe wounding an animal and not retrieving it. We got 3 dogs out here, and they're having trouble picking up the scent right now, so maybe I didn't hit them as good. I don't know, but I'm getting a little stressed.
Look, this is pretty interesting, this blood.
Next time on True Magnum TV.
It's not. We don't got a shot.
This is a big inland grizzly, also hunting these deer. Probably meet up with both of them over this hill sometime today. That's not a good sign.
One of our trackers just spotted a Saratoga just off the road on a little hill in the bush. We got to get the dogs and get in there as fast as possible. They're on it. They're on it now. Quick. That's what I heard.